Welcome viewers back to Abiotic Factor. We're gonna go straight over to bed. I was gonna say we're gonna go straight over to trying to get that worm, but we have a few things to do first. And I should have, of course, I should have gone to bed at the end of last episode, but I left it for this one because, well, I've got other things to do. Let's see, can we put this on there? Yeah, we can. I think we want to make another charging station if possible. Can we do that? No, we'll need another car battery, and I only brought one.
When did I last sleep?
We are gonna die if we don't rest soon. It's kind of vicious, but here we go. Let's lay down and do our rest. It's gonna take a little while. Up. 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 Any more? Up. 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 Whoa! Had to double jump on that last one. When it goes to the afternoon, we're still feeling a little tired. Our soup should be done any day now. So as I was saying, I think we're gonna try to take this with us because then we'll be able to recharge in the mines, which seems like a good idea anytime we hit a place where we can plug in. Can't make another one, unfortunately, because we'd have to go back to the train and get another car battery charger, which we don't know how to make yet. We could... What? We could... Oh, well, I guess we'll just do that. Could nothing, we'll do it. Let's deploy some soup and make some ammo. Pot of bad soup. What? It was bad? Oh man, and I... Shoot. Well, let me grab my soup bowl, which is right here. We have soup in the soup bowl, of course, which we'll drink. It's breakfast, right? We're gonna drink all of that. We're gonna dump out this bad soup. We're gonna make a new one. Unfortunately, we can't just pick the soup bowl up because it's got soup in it, so we have to just keep filling this, dumping it on the ground, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat bad soup. It will cause upset stomach. We're gonna just dump it out. Sucks that it was bad soup. We'll need to harvest some more of that stuff. Did we learn anything about soup from that? Is the real question. No. All we know is it's radioactive and we haven't discovered it yet, so we're not going to be able to make any soup with slug parts for a while. The only anti-verse wheat soup we know requires a potato, and we still don't have a potato. Only we'd figured out that first potato we have. I wonder if it only takes a potato to propagate itself and we just blew it. Soup made of hydrochloric acid sounds terrible. And I'm pretty sure we destroyed everything in there, so it's just gonna be like an MRE soup this time, I think. We should have a lot of MREs, and that takes salt, right? So what is the best soup? No, sustenance soup, no salt. We love this stuff. I feel bad every time I eat an MRE because sustenance soup is really the way to go. Doesn't take anything except an MRE, and there's a few of those around. Well, it takes water too, right? There we go. We'll let that cook. Check on our repairs. We're fully repaired. We need ammo. We can probably make metal from an anvil if we need it. First we'll make some of these. I think we can make 3 of these. Let's see. Yeah, 3, I think they stack to 32, so Maybe we'll make one more. Yeah, one stack of those is fine, and then we'll make some of the old school style ammo, which means we need screws. And we can make 5 of those. No, we can only make 2 because we need more paper. We need like 5 or 6 more paper. There we go. Alright, ammo wise, we are now full up. Maybe even have a little too much ammo. Thinking we leave the soup bowl here. One thing I wanted to check. Do we actually have a recipe for this? We do. Okay, so I've been wrong about this whole time, thinking that I didn't have a recipe for this, but we do. We can even make test tubes. So yeah, we can make a soup bowl. I don't know what I was thinking. The bench upgrades we're searching for, we're still trying to find refined carbon, antiverse gems, neutrino mapper. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we can eventually do in the future that we don't know how to do now. There's the soup. That means we're ready. Remove from stove. Deploy. Deploy our soup can and fill it up. 3 portions left. What's in here now will sustain us for 2 meals. And put the bandages in our hand as a just in case. Everything else looks like we're ready to go. Let's put bullets in. I'm gonna take this charging station because that is invaluable and it's not very heavy. Just yet another thing to keep in our pockets. I guess technically we don't need these water bottles. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave them in here for now. That'll give us a little bit more space. I'm definitely bringing the food with us. Just 1 for now. Okay, so this way is not the way. That brings us, that's the way toward the labs. We want to go past the tram. We have everything I need. Yeah. Past the tram. Wave at those guys as we run past. Hey guys. And up into the old mines once more. This time we're gonna go through. We're gonna go through the portal. Don't think we're gonna bother trying to kill the giant worm. I just don't think that's gonna be possible. I mean, it might be possible, but that was the wrong way. We don't need to do it right now. I want to go down here. This is where the worm is. Or is it? I'm lost again, aren't I? Damn it. No, it's up here past the check-in. Up this hill, over the bridge, up the hill. There's the old mine. Oh, not so hard to find. Jump over the goo, and we will use. Oops, we will use our gun flashlights as much as we can. In fact, let's use this one. And then here's the encroachment. We're gonna wait, I guess, for that. It looks like he may have the core just like on his forehead, and that's what we need. Ah, get out of the goo. Get out of the goo. Alright, we're gonna chase him around for a while until we find the entrance off to the left here, which goes to the hive. Now, which one it was, I do not remember. I think it was this one. Maybe it was. No, it was not this one. But maybe near here. Yep, there's our friend again. Does seem to have a soft underbelly there, doesn't he? Oh, get out of the goo. What is that? Some more bioscrap. Leaves a trail of bioscrap behind every now and then. Okay, this was platform in the middle. Didn't get us there. Let's see if we can make it the next one before we get killed. Right. Get out of the goo. Gonna die if we keep walking in the goo. Don't walk in the goo. Okay. Yeah, I think we can get through here. Along the flesh wall, and then yeah, this has got to be it, right? There's a symbol right there, and we couldn't kill this guy last time. We tried, but we didn't go in here. Open, we're not dead. Okay, it just takes us back to the center here. Good. So what that means is we've pretty much tapped this place out. We need to see if we can do any damage to this worm. There he is. He makes a noise. But not sure if it's meaningful. What is that? More bioscrap? Oh, larva meat. Delicious, delicious larva meat. Bioscrap. So this is interesting because there's like a bifurcation here. I'm not sure we're getting anything accomplished there. I also feel like we opened this door last time. Yes, okay. The doors just get closed again when you leave sectors. Some scraps of meat. Pretty sure we're gonna die. Here he comes. And kaboom! Okay, I meant to say kaboom! Okay. Maybe next time. So, he's coming down this side. He doesn't turn around, so it's not that dangerous. If we could move fast enough, we'd be able to get him. And we do have like some kind of running boost in here. Right? If we look at our health, early worm. You move faster and take less fall damage. We are wearing heavy ammo. I mean armor, not ammo, armor. I wonder if taking this stuff off while we're in here would let us run even faster. Oh, look at that. We're suddenly over encumbered, so maybe not. Weird that it doesn't contribute to encumbrance when you're wearing it. Yeah. Goo. Alright, my feeling is we probably can't kill this thing. It does say it's weak to explosives. Why don't I make just a whole bunch of grenades? Are we gonna survive if we go in there? Yeah, oh, look at that. Right. I've been here. I've been here. Okay. Okay. Feels futile. I think I'm out of here, and we're gonna go check a new part of the world. If we can get back around and survive. There's the split. Up here, just a bunch of larvae. Down there, death. I don't think we'll make it in time. So many larvae there. Nope, that wasn't him. And these bipedal sentient larvae we can just ignore. They're not fast enough to be trouble for us. Okay. Here. Where do we want to go? Okay. We need to get back that direction. There's the monster. They're chasing us. They're chasing me. So cute. This looks like the exit. Yep. Okay, we're gonna give up on this for now. We'll come back later once we have stronger weapons or some clue as to how to destroy that. Explosives are a thing, but I don't think it means mud grenades. I feel like mud grenades just really aren't all that when it comes to explosives. Oh, there's a nice chain here though. I'll take that. And I think we're done here. We're done with manufacturing west. We're done with making the singularity and the synchrotron. We found some strange things, that's for sure. But it's time to take our knowledge and move on to the lab. So that's where we're headed next. Here's the tram. Getting a little cold running around out here, but nothing we can't handle. Some screaming monsters always off in the distance that we're going to ignore and run from. And here we are, back to home base. Okay. I'm going to fix the charge on this. No, I can't recharge here because it's in my backpack. What am I going to do? I think we're just going to get going, right? Let's make sure we're taking a bed with us. Oh no, the snag vine is dead. Oh man. Got to give up water. That's okay. Let's drop stuff off. This meat will probably rot. Let's put it in the other container. Wasn't really any purpose to bringing it, and let's get out of here. And drive on to the labs. So to do that, where do we need to go? We need to take this down in through the synchrotron hole, which is down this elevator. Let's call the elevator. Down we go. Where's the button on the elevator? There it is. And there's the synchrotron hole. We can back over toward it, hopefully down this ramp, not just down off the cliff. I do not have my forklift certification. Alright, down in here. Whoops. I think I may have gotten us stuck. Luckily we can push. There we go. junk off cliffs with the forklift. There it is. Yeah, okay, there's no ramp down in here, so getting stuck is normal. I guess you can just jump off that. But that doesn't mean we can't get it back up without pushing that recall forklift button. Oof, spun out. And here we are.
The safety rating of this sector is now 94.
Okay, we do get a momentary load there right when we get to this area. Cascade Laboratories. Laboratories? Why do I feel like it's not going to let us up here with the forklift? It is, right? Wait, is this not where we're going? Must not be where we're going. Where are we taking the forklift? I thought... Oh, it's right here. Alright, a leisurely stroll with the forklift up to the labs. We're gonna have to decide where we want our lab home base to start at. Kind of like to try to find some sort of tram area. But here we are. And it's open. See it, report it. We have with some kind of picture of a floating creature. A door there that doesn't appear to be open. And what looks like a door that's been blown off its hinges. And some sort of guns? Odd contraption.
Fascinating.
X-ray tower. Fascinating. Don't know what that's going to be for. Ah, X-ray transfer. Okay. We're gonna have to take our cart through there somehow, it looks like. Oh, can we get down there? We'll check in a second, but I think we're gonna have to go through here. What's over on this side? X-rays, you say. What is that? It's the Laec essence. Pick this up to potentially unlock new ideas. Well, why not? Pink paint. I picked up the Laec essence. It's radioactive, emitting extreme radiation, extremely poisonous. Let's put it down where we found it. Or close enough. Extreme radiation, you say. Well, we'll check it out later. There's a Dr. Mance here that we missed.
IS-091 is the most intense AV candidate ever encountered. Despite its appearance, it's a transcorporeal entity of some kind, invulnerable to any of the physical deterrents we've tested so far. Walls, doors, shielding, they do nothing to impede it. Intriguingly, it only appears to a single viewer at one time. Dr. Stern has that dubious honor. He identified it in the field and it followed him back here. Began materializing in the facility, looking for him like a lost puppy.
Oh, good. And I bet because we've touched its essence, it's now following us. We did find a recipe when we touched it. Pink paint, that doesn't seem like the best use of radioactive material, but whatever. And then base defense, X-ray tower. X-ray tower looks like, I'm guessing, some kind of glass, all kinds of stuff we've never seen before. And why not a keyboard or a telephone? Keyboard, lab burner, X-ray tower. A high-powered stationary tower capable of turning away or suppressing X-ray sensitive entities. Somehow I feel like that's going to become important shortly. Alright, over here we have a... Oops, it's going up. I thought that would go down. Fantastic. Just the usual junk up here. A button that turns on Oh goodness. I wonder if it turns on a two-way connection. That would be so nice. Where does this... Does this go where I think it is? Yes! Oh, that's a really nice shortcut for us then. Unfortunately, it does leave us with an alien to blast whenever we come through here. Wow, this thing's been destroyed. Thank you. Yeah. Fantastic. Figured out how to get through to here. I love it. Okay, we uncovered a shortcut. That is super valuable. We also have an email terminal and a fire extinguisher. Help. Reminder. From T. Anderson, to all containment staff. This is the third time this quarter I've found staff setting up containment incorrectly. I'm sure I don't have to emphasize how dangerous this is. Please make sure you are following the correct protocols for each and every subject. There is no room for mistakes here. Ensure you are familiar with the procedure for the following tiers. Jura, unaccessible. Solutus, uncontainable. Thala, extreme risk. Crucis, high risk. Senk, known and controlled. Ordo, benign. Okay, Thala, Solutus, and Jura are the risks we are most worried about. We've run into a bunch of Crucis stuff that doesn't seem to have been too deadly for us. If you are so much as seeing these words on signs around you, you are in a place where knowing these by heart could potentially save your life, not to mention the lives of those around you. Our safety, perhaps even the safety of the world, depends on your basic understanding of the system. Let's get it right, people. Ordo Sync. Okay, Crucis, Thala, Solutus, Jura. Very bad. Help. From K. Young. Hi, Petra. We haven't met yet, but I am new on the IS-91 project and wanted to check something. I'm seeing 91 right now. Should I be reporting it? From P. Peters. Hi, K. Just log in the daybook that you're its current target. That's all you need to do. Oh, great. Now I'm never going to relax. There's nothing to worry about. It's contained and it'll switch soon enough. Get rid of it. From D. Oshry. While visiting Cascade last week, I was given a tour of the primary containment chamber. Let me be very clear. Things like IS-513 should not be stored at any of our facilities. I'll talk to Keystone if this doesn't change. I want it gone. From Metz. I apologize for the discomfort caused by the presence of IS-513, but as Gates Research Director, I will remind you that we secured these things for the exact reason you're emailing me right now. We can't figure out what exact property is at play here, but you seem rather susceptible to its effects. In short, we all hate it, but we can't let that stop us doing our job. From Dioshri. I understand what you're saying, Derek, but there's something very wrong with that thing. You can feel it. Frankly, I can still feel it. From Dr. Metz. The effect should fade. Try to think about something else in the meantime. I've forwarded you some of our trainee reference for breaking soft sea hazard links. It should fade quickly, given you're all the way in New York City. Here's the picture of what it is. We don't know. It's the hate-inducing table. Okay. Well, let's try not to see that if we can avoid it. A hate-inducing table. And a way back to Manufacturing West, which is really welcome. That kind of ties this place better together for me. It looks like we can move on from here and bring the... Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we should be able to bring the forklift a little further with us now. What's that say? Caution 3.5 max height. Cascade Labs. What do we have down here? Do I have binoculars? No. Alright, maybe just a little corner where we can set things up. This gate security cart requires hot wire kit. Security cart. Love it. We need a hot wire kit. I love it. There's a new check-in here. And a way to recall our vehicle. I guess that's to recall that thing. Let's get our car in here. Set up our first base. Cascade Labs. Oops, oops, oops. Too fast. park over here. Alright, let's hit the check-in. And is this a
Check-in approved.
door back to wildlife pens and particle labs? Yeah, I don't think we're going in there soon, but sea station, toilets, particle labs. I hear somebody talking. C blocks that way. Cell blocks. And adjustment. Somebody here who's been violently murdered. Sorry, buddy. What do we have in the cabinets? Alright, just a reception area. I guess we could set up a bed here. Cell blocks, but I want to explore this room a little bit more. X-ray containment. Don't get any feedback on whether that is setting our respawn point or not. It looks like it should be. Duct tape. Wow, a whole bunch of... This looks like some kind of outpost. We are hidden here. I'll grab the bullets I see. But yeah, this just looks like an abandoned military area. Oh, are you dead? Or sleeping? I think he's sleeping. Let's make sure he's dead. I guess we could have just shivved him a few times. No arms. That's too bad. I like having the lights on just to tell me I've been here before. This whole military thing's an entire fort and it didn't protect them. There's more bullets. Nobody in here. Wow, that is quite a pile of trucks, guys. Heavy depot got attacked, it looks like. Nothing in the back of the trucks. Lots of blood everywhere. Let's read the emails. Legate. Are your brethren prepared? Our operative is in place and can remove the dark lens when ready. He waits only the signal. Sic Divinator. But we must be aware. Sic Divinator. But we must be aware removing the device will destabilize the system. It is not without risk. These are circumstances when chaos only aids our goals, I assure you. Remember Lazoni. I don't know. Paratus S. Alright, well. They did something to destabilize something, and it looks like it had dire consequences for them, considering this place is abandoned and there's blood everywhere. Can we get an arm from you, buddy? Doesn't look like it. What is that? Box of screws. Welcome. Box of screws, definitely more valuable than paper. And here is a door. It is unopenable from that side. That's too bad.
Anyone else getting a bit hungry?
I was hoping that would lead to somewhere in Manufacturing West that we could get to. So I guess the only way out is up here. To check in. And down to cell block C, it looks like. Let's get our car and keep going that way. Driving the forklift further in. Toward C blocks. And adjustment. Ominous. Look at this, we have a tram here. It says arrived, but there's nothing there. Is that a tram? What is it? Away. Okay, I'm not sure what I did there. It felt wrong though. Inbound. Alright, so I guess that's just an elevator. It's not really part of the tram system as much as such, but does look like we're at Cascade Laboratory. Holy moly. Okay. This game is very large. Definitely looks like cell blocks. Alright, we'll come in there. We'll come back in there in a moment. First, though, we'll check through here. What could go wrong? Okay, that was just a doorway back to the previous section. For some reason. I'm hearing all kinds of creature noises up ahead. That's always fun. Let's keep driving. Alright, we'll drop the forklift here. I want to make one more little exterior scan of this place. All these noises. Who knows what they are? Oh, looks like I can't actually get up there. Alright, never mind. We're going on. Going up. Going up. There is a down button. Let's push that one first. Doesn't do anything. Good. Let's push the up button. Wildlife Pen's inner wing. And there's definitely something making noises. Containment block Dirac. Something in there. Looks like that tram should be able to go up one more level. Can't open containment cells. That's good.
You look familiar.
Oh, it's Dr. Thule.
Oh, it's you. I came through the hole some maniac blasted in manufacturing.
That was me.
Obviously, I was planning on getting through the vacuum chamber to the surface elevator, but it's covered in some muck. Typical. I suppose they'll have something to deal with that in the containment block, but the place is completely locked down. It never ends. I really need a coffee.
Memory brick, keypad hacker, tier 3, and brain sync. Thanks, Dr. Thule. He just taught us how to make a memory brick, which needs a fan. I have no idea what else. Keyboard? Or maybe electronics? A memory brick. A purpose-made data housing used for crafting electronics that can require memory. Next, we also learned Keypad Hacker Tier 3, which is going to take a memory brick. We'll pin that. And Quantum Glass. I guess we can't pin this until we have quantum... I mean, we can pin it, but we can't make this, but... Alright, the third thing, brain sync. What is a brain sync? Power cell, a skull? No, it's going to be a brain, isn't it? Brain, a power cell, a memory brick, and an air compressor. Who knows what it's going to take. Wow, I was right. A device for transmitting data from one brain to another, capable of syncing all journals,
use a drink.
compendium entries, and recipes between scientists. Huh, interesting. So, probably a multiplayer thing, but I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. This place is ridiculously large. There's the lens epicenter with some sort of muck. Yeah, like he mentioned. We'll check that out eventually. There's a holding cell. Door won't budge. Yep, can't get in those. Oh, they're numbered. Unsafe designation pending IS-94. The creeping crystal. I'm glad we can't go in there, but we'll read about that in a moment. Oh, look at this. There's also hazard symbols. Bunny, cockroach, lightning, dot. The air feels strange. I hope the creeping crystal isn't coming for us tonight. don't know what's down that way. We'll check that out eventually. Only there was a plug in this elevator. It looks like we can continue going up 1, 2, 3 more levels. 3 more levels. You know what? We're gonna put up a little temporary base right here. The one thing that I'm missing in a temporary base, which I should have thought of, is I don't have any way of cooking. Did we leave it in reverse? That's annoying. Making somebody mad. Lots of gook on the walls up there, but nothing that says we clearly can go that way. Start with the crafting bench. Inventory's full. Yep, it's noisy here. Deploy the crafting bench here for safety. And immediately plug that guy in. And then we'll put a bed down over here as well. I guess we'll just throw it over here.
My
And
glucose levels are dire.
yep, we're getting hungry. We need a box. Damn, I didn't. Oh, I did. I brought the storage crate. Good. Place storage crate. We'll put that over by the head of our bed this time. And we will smash those together with our electronic screwdriver. And we're not out of the woods yet. We still need to make a bunch of stuff. Wow, we don't have a hammer. I feel ill-prepared. We do have some stations. We have a pot, but we don't have anything to cook on it. I'm also not wearing my leg armor for some reason. The rest of this stuff I think we can just leave here for now. Guess we should bring out the repair and crafting station, but we need, before we do any of that, we really need a an adapter. So let's leave those in there for now, and let's just do like minimal stuff right now. We'll eat some food. We're gonna have to go on a food hunt soon, and we'll lie down and get some rest. There's lots of noises here in the Cascade Laboratories. I feel like we're getting a little too much rest. It is early evening, 5:50 p.m. We're gonna leave this episode here for now. Lots and lots to explore for next time. We have a tiny bit of food, so we might have to find some resources and make a cooking station here. Join me next time for the riveting adventures in Cascade Laboratories. We'll look at our journal also. Hey, until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you then.